But what is certain, this is the best time for a home buyer to negotiate. Sellers are given seller concessions, so you can lower your interest rate, you can pay for your closing costs. They're making repairs, they're giving credits for repairs. They're negotiating on price. All that is in the favor of your buyer, and we don't know how much longer that will be. What's going on, guys? So real quick market update, because finally we're seeing some changes in the market. Last time I did this about a month and a half ago, not much has changed, but now we got some cool things to talk about. So check this out real quick. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm always here to help you no matter what you got going on. Just put a comment below, hit me up with a text, send the pigeon, whatever you got to do. Let me know how I can help, and I got you back no matter what when it comes to buying, selling, investing in real estate here in the Valley or anywhere else in the country, because we got awesome partners anywhere you want to buy something or sell. So check it out and let me know how I can help. Hey, Robert Tolnai here, your local realtor with Robert Tolnai Home Group. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. Subscribe down below and click the bell so you're notified anytime a new video comes out so you don't miss out on anything. All right, so let's talk about what's happening. So you're seeing a lot of stuff on the news. As always, I tell you all the time, stop listening to the crazies. Look to us, the ones that are looking at the numbers and seeing what's happening every day in our market. I'm not saying they're all liars out there, but the media is meant to scare you and freak you out. They don't inform you, they just like to freak you out, okay? Our job is to inform you of what's exactly going on. And as always, guys, I tell you, I put my money where my mouth is. I think this is the best time in a long time to buy a home because of all the negotiation power is finally in the buyer's side, not on the seller side like it has been for a long time, probably 5, 6, 7 years. So I'm buying. We just closed on one a month and a half ago. We're on the contract to close on another here by the end of the month. They're not super crazy fantastic deals, but it's so much better than anything we've been able to get in the last 2 to 3 years. So I'm buying, turning them into long-term rentals, because let's do a pause right here. Pause, okay? Long-term planning, okay? If you're in the real estate business and you're not thinking long-term, go do something else, okay? This is not the stock market. This is not day trading. This is not crypto. Everything that we do personally is for a long-term plan. I know that even if the homes are gonna maybe go down in price another 4 or 5% during this year, I don't care, because I know over the 10, 15, 18-year term, which is my vision, 15 to 20 years to have these homes paid off by the renter that I'm putting in that house, that is my goal. So if you're not seeing long-term, go do something else, okay? So that's why we're buying right now. Now, what has changed? So if you are an FHA buyer, you have been getting killed over the last 2 to 3 years. Nobody wanted your loan. Nobody wanted to accept your contract. Because there are so few sellers and so many buyers, nobody wanted the FHA borrower, okay? Right now, some things have changed that is making this your time. If you wait too long, if you're waiting to, you're listening to Cousin Bob and Uncle Joe and whoever that's telling you the market's gonna crash and you're waiting for that big drop to happen, you're gonna lose again. That drop is not coming, is not happening. We might see still a little bit of a decline throughout the year if the rates continue to stay high. But we have already seen in the last month and a half, our prices started to creep back up. Okay, so in Phoenix, Arizona, we have been seeing declines since May of last year at about 1 to 1.5% a month. And now the last month and a half, we saw a slow increase in price again of about 1% to 1.5%. It's not much, it's nothing to get excited about, but it's a trend. It's something that went from this to this. So maybe we'll see them slowly declining again. Maybe they'll continue to go back up again slowly. Because if the interest rates, guys, if the interest rates come back down to under 6, you better be ready. All the buyers are coming back into the market and it's gonna get nuts again. So if you're a buyer that has been getting killed over the last 2 to 3 years and could not buy anything because they were going for the cash buyer, for the conventional buyer, this is your time as an FHA buyer. Why? First of all, FHA buyers have a lower interest rate. So the FHA interest rate is usually about 0.25% to 0.5% lower than a conventional loan. And now the mortgage insurance has just been lowered. Literally last week, the mortgage insurance has been lowered for FHA borrowers by 30 basis points. And all that means to you in the big scheme of things, we looked at a couple of different borrowers that we're working with that can lower your payment by anywhere from about $70, $80 to about $200. Okay, that's a big drop in your payment if you're an FHA buyer. And of course, you guys know last year they increased your buying power. So now an FHA borrower can go as high as $531,000 and change. Okay, so if you're an FHA buyer, guys, I'm telling you, get off the fence, stop listening to your cousin and uncle and whoever, and listen to the professionals who are doing this every day. If you don't listen to me, listen to another realtor. But here in town, don't look at nationwide because I don't know how that market's going to pan out. I look at the numbers here and I know what's happening here. So if you're an FHA buyers, call me. Let's get together with your lender. Let's get you to buy what you want to buy before things get out of control again. That could be in a couple of months. It could be in a year. I don't know. It all depends on what happens with the interest rates, which we have no control over. The feds do whatever they want to do with that. Okay, so that will be helpful for you. If you're a conventional borrower, still, guys, still the best time to buy. What I can show you on this graph here, you can see that over the last 8 years, even longer, actually, if you look at this graph, the only people that are hurting with the market and what's happening in the prices is anybody who bought their home less than 2 years ago. Okay, so anybody that's bought a home 2 years ago, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, their values went up like crazy. So even with the decline that we've seen since May, which is about 12 to 15%, you could see on this graph people that bought a house, 4, 6, 8 years ago, the values have gone up 60 to 80% since then. So if you lose 15% out of 40 or 60 or 80, you're still way up with how much equity you have in your home. The only people that are hurt by this 15% drop are the people that have bought their homes in the last year to year and a half. Okay, everybody else is still in the profit. Everybody's still up on their equity. So that is not as disastrous as the media makes it out to be. Okay, we are still in a great spot here in Phoenix because we still have a lot of jobs. We still have a lot of companies that are moving here. So buyers are still here. But the problem that we're having, what's keeping our market the way it is there's not a whole lot of houses for sale, and a lot of buyers are holding because of the high interest rates. So as soon as those interest rates come down, guys, even 0.5% down to under 6, it's gonna get crazy again. I'm telling you, people are waiting to buy and they're just waiting for that interest rate. So I hope that helps, but let's look at one other thing as well. You keep seeing stuff in the news, right? Foreclosures, they're crazy. Guys, we had 34 foreclosures in February in Phoenix, okay? That is it. That is not a 500% increase like you see on the news. That is not the end of the world. 34 foreclosures, okay? That is not even close to what happened in 2008, 9, and 10. Not even close. So that is not happening. At the same time, there are certain things that we need to see before prices start to come down like crazy. We need to see days on the market increasing. We need to see closing costs given back from the seller increasing. We need to see price reductions increasing. And that is not happening anymore. That stopped as of about a month and a half ago. So like I mentioned earlier, this last month and a half, guys, everything started trending back up. Okay, we went from 46 days average on the market down to 32 days average on the market. Okay, we went from, our median home price went from $480,000 in May down to $418 a couple of months ago, and now it's back to $422,000. Okay, so went all the way down, and now it's slowly creeping back up. So all these things are happening that we don't know how long it lasts, right? Maybe it's creeping back up and it's gonna go back down again. We don't know because it so much depends on the interest rates, and we don't know what they're gonna do with the interest rates. But what is certain, this is the best time for a home buyer to negotiate. Sellers are given seller concessions, which are credits that you as a buyer can use to buy down your interest rate, so you can lower your interest rate, you can pay for your closing costs. They're making repairs, they're giving credits for repairs. They're negotiating on price. So right now, for the last month, the listing price to sales price ratio is 97% and change. That means most homes are getting negotiated, or on average 3% lower than what their list price is. Okay, so you're able to negotiate, which we have been able to do for 2.5 years. Okay, all that is in the favor of your buyer, and we don't know how much longer that will be. So if you're a buyer, call me. Let's answer all your questions. Maybe it's not the time for you, I don't know, but you owe it to yourself at least to call and find out before this passes you by again, and you're going to end up in another market where you can't buy anything because nobody will look at your FHA loan. So I hope that helps. Give me a call, ask any questions. I got you back. Have a good day.